Well, hello there, Taurus. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I am Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about September. Today, we're going to be doing the complete overview. All 4 weeks will be covered, and we'll go in depth on the very first week of the month. All right. I have a couple of little notes. I am in Washington still, so I am still having potential noises from my the people living above me at the Airbnb, my hosts. So we're just going to cope with that as it comes up. It hasn't so far, but you know, things change. So I also have pre-programmed all the decks, which were going to be in the comments below as well. Not the comments, but the description, of course. And the description will also be carrying my schedule for Ren fairs, all right? So do come on out and see me personally and one-on-one. We'll do some cool stuff together, and you'll get a private reading from me. That would be fun. But my schedule will be down there, so you'll know when I'll be where. All right? Excellent. Let's light a candle. Like the good energy of a good candle, don't you? It's a point of reference, a point of focus. Huh? I like that. Brings a special energy to a reading that you can't get any other way except by lighting a candle and bringing a little light into the picture. So here we go. No special flavor. Nothing major to talk about, but it's good. All right, excellent. So let us get you a guiding card for the month, all right? We'll do the guiding card, and I'll tell you something about your messages. Ah, Taurus, let's see what's happening for you. It's right there. All right. All of these are, of course, pre-programmed for you, so you don't need to worry about that. This is the Phoenix, transmutation. Fabulous. So, the Phoenix is here reminding you that you can make anything out of anything right now. You can make all kinds of lemonade. When people hand you lemons, you're good to go, all right? So you can change anything into whatever it needs to be. Your private message from my guides is that you're going to be using your personal charms to pretty much make things happen for yourself and others, all right? So when you feel a little bit blocked up, break out those charms, and you can transmutate anything you want, all right? Change it into what you want it to be or what you need it to be, all right? We'll put this little guy right there. And indeed, the other message is that for all 12 signs is that we are definitely moving. Everything is moving. Some of that might be geological, so hang on to yourselves and your stuff if you need to. But definitely know that some of us are physically moving our homes or moving our businesses or just moving inside of our hearts and our minds. So this is a good thing. We want to pay attention to what version of moving we're doing and kind of get into it, you know? Allow for it. It means being flexible. It means being open to the changes and the possibilities, and certainly being not rigid about how it goes per se, because we may not be in charge of how it goes. So, yay, right? I know it's hard to change and grow sometimes, but here we are. We're changing and growing. And sometimes there could be some radical movement in the mix, and that's why we're talking about it. So, brace yourselves. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get into this reading. So here we have all these cards are going to be laid out. We'll have 4 columns and 3 rows so that we can see what is coming. The first row is, of course, where you are. The second is what's blocking you. And the third is going to be your solution. We will go in depth on the first week, which is this row right here at the end of this reading. If you ever have questions or concerns, please reach out. I'm here for you. Okay? Excellent. So I'm going to set these cards aside over here. And now let's talk about what's going on. So we have September 1st through the 7th right here. We have the 8 of Wands. Things are definitely moving for you. They're going to go quickly is what it is. Brace yourselves that whatever's changing is going to be a quick change. It's not going to be a slow, plodding, frustrational. It's going to be one of those, hey, we need you to do this. Come do this now. Boom, go. Okay, grab your tools. Let's go. Okay. So it will be interesting, and pay attention to what it turns into, all right? What will be blocking you is somebody who's worried about the financial end of it. So they'll be like, okay, you have to go and do this, but you have to stay on budget, okay? And while that's super interesting and fun, it can be frustrating because you're like, what? You want me to do this instantaneously, but you're going to have to pay for it. It's got to come from somewhere. Find the money, because I can't do this for free, and you shouldn't, okay? Don't do it for free. But yes, you can balance out what they give you and make sure you're getting paid, but then what's left over from what you're getting paid will pay for the project, okay? So you're going to be careful with it, and you're going to take care of your dough as well so that everything comes out in line, all right? Cool. This card here is going to be talking about September 8th through the 14th. We have the Ace of Cups. The gift of love is coming your way. This could be for my singles. You'll be coming into a possible relationship. There's also the potential for babies or new fur babies. So if you don't want actual babies, be protected. Take care of yourselves. And if you do want babies, huzzah. Practice, practice. But on the other hand, if fur babies, right? You know, love is a wonderful thing, and it is what makes the world go round. So don't block it from coming to you unless it's the baby thing and you don't want the babies, and that's okay. But certainly, yeah, yay. This is a happy card. This is good news. This is fabulous. Remain open and flexible to the possibilities because yay, right? The Knight of Cups is showing what's blocking you. When you start fighting to protect your heart in this situation, you will block the love, all right? So don't block the love from coming in. I know that's hard to conceive of, but at the same time, you might have some new love come in your way. I've known people in their older ages to have new boyfriends, and isn't that fabulous? Or even new girlfriends. So if we remain open to love, love may come our way, all right? It's wonderful news. We love that very much. And your finances are evening out. So that's good news. You have your money is taking care of itself. You did a good job over here, and it's paying off now. Excellent. So next week over the 15th through the 21st, we have Justice. Yeah, you're going to be making sure that things come out fairly for other people, including yourself. Don't forget yourself in the mix. You want everything to come out fair and even and balanced, okay? So you have that opportunity, and work it out. Make sure you're getting what you need, and then make sure everybody else is getting what they need, all right? Cool. New information will be coming to you about your finances or ways to make more money that will stop you dead in your tracks. You'll be like, what? I just worked all this stuff out. I made everything fair and right and proper. And you're like, but. So this information will block you, and then you'll find out that there are people thinking about you for a different job somewhere else, okay? So you have a lot of interesting things coming your way about money, and that's nice. So if things change for you about money, and you're like, okay, yeah, I want to make sure that as I go off onto a new job, that the right person gets to step up to my job or whatever. You know, if you have to replace yourself, you want to make sure the right person gets that job, right? So you're definitely going to be putting those things in place, talking about other people for their jobs while your name is being thrown around for some other job. So excellent. You have work. Ta-da! Good for you. Don't forget to use those charms to get yourself where you want to be. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It's not a manipulation. What it is smart. Okay? People talk about it as if we're committing a crime when we use what we have to, you know, it's not even manipulating. It's just, I don't know. I wouldn't think of it as putting a finger on the scale one way or the other, but I would say that it's about being taking care of yourself, right? You know, and if people are susceptible to that kind of stuff, that's kind of who they are, and that's what's happening. You know, to ignore it is to be ridiculous. So don't ignore it, and use your charms when you find someone who's susceptible to that sort of thing, because it's appropriate. They're waiting for it. They're expecting it. They're planning for it. See where you get yourself, huh? September 22nd through the 28th, we have the Hierophant showing us that staying close to your faith, whatever your faith is, I use the F word very carefully, whatever that is for you, you can trust that your higher power is looking out for you. Stay close to it, acknowledge it. It's not, you didn't get here on accident. Everything is going according to plan, all right? The Lovers is blocking you. So for those of you who are in relationships, your person is probably upset with the process that's going on. Or maybe you didn't mention to them something that you were planning. You need to stay in good communication at all times, right? So ultimately, pay attention. And if you're not in a relationship, this could be a work partner or a work person that you need to pay attention to, and acknowledge the fact that they are indeed part of your world and your process. And communication is key, because they could stand in your way. They could say, you know, I really don't want you to do that right now. We're sort of in the middle of a thing and you keep wandering off. Wait a minute. So yeah, it's important for you to sort of stay the course if you can, or make a date to handle whatever this issue is with your lover, your partner, your friend, your life partner, whoever that is. Make a point of making a plan to get into this conversation, to get them on your side, because, you know, one more time, you're going to use those wiles you've got, those charms, to clarify the situation and get it back on track, okay? Having negative energy coming your way from your partner is probably the hardest part of the deal this month, okay? And of course, the Seven of Swords is showing that you need to take your power back in some way, which would mean, you know, sometimes it's in the relationship and you'll want to delegate some things and share the responsibility with your partner. It doesn't have to be all you all the time. And no, you may not have everything done exactly the way you want it to, because you're not there. Okay? And so that's okay. You're going to be flexible. You're going to be letting things be. You're not going to fight about it because, like I said, you're not there. So you can't have too much of a say-so about something where you're not really there to handle it. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and pull these cards over here. As we like to do, we'll save them up for later. And of course, we will go headlong into, boom, the first week of September, the 1st through the 7th. So I have this deck that's been pre-programmed for you. Let's look at it, right? Let's add these cards and clarify the situation for this week. These cards really are very pretty. I like them. So let us see what we have now. When we're talking about things speeding up, things getting moving, things are changing for you very quickly. Stay on point. Try and make sure you have things organized in a way where you can handle it. Make lists and stuff, and separate one job. Like home and work should be separate. You can't have them on the same pad. It's too much. You want to know what channel you're on when you get there. Color coding will help you. You're fighting to be in control of the situation. That's part of why we're color coding things, is so that when we fight to be in control of things, we actually handle it, and we aren't getting them mixed up, and we know which thing we're working on at what time, okay? It's good. It helps. The color coding isn't for other people's understanding, it's for yours. You have a lot of things going on, so you're like, this, and this, and this, and this. You're like, okay, wait a minute. I gotta be sure which thing I'm working on. So the blue thing is home, and then the hot pink thing is work. Okay, so when we're here, we're on blue, we're at home. We're on pink, we're at work. Okay, done, done, done. And you get your head straight like that, it'll help you tremendously to stay organized. There's a lot going on. Yep. We have the Six of Wands. You're going to be able to share your ideas and carry them out. So this is cool, man. You got this. You have the capacity to end up leading the charge and getting your things taken care of. Fighting for control, you got it. Now you're in charge. Now you got to handle sharing your ideas and getting your point across. So use convincing arguments, but also communicate clearly what you want, and it'll start taking place very quickly, okay? Now then, what's blocking you is the Queen of Pentacles. She wants you desperately to keep things balanced. Please don't overspend on this project, okay? So you're saving receipts, you're looking for the best bargain, but the highest quality thing you can get for that price, and you'll keep her on your side. I mean, she's keeping you thinking like a boss, right? If you're not thinking like that in every area of your life right now, you're not thinking like a boss. So even when you're on the blue clipboard, you're going to be remembering, oh, I'm at home, but I can still do the bargain. And it'll help you at home, too. You are not going to be in a position to not have any idea what's going on. You have to have the answers. So get right. Take a few minutes every evening to clarify your brain so that you know what you're doing and you know what's happening. All right? The final blocking card for you is the Two of Pentacles, showing that we have a double whammy. Boom, boom, boom. Two of Pentacles is here and here, showing that your money is blocking. So we want you to pay attention very much so to how you're spending your money. We talked about both areas of your work and your life, both needing a little attention and paying attention to the money. Let her guide you in both areas of your life without knowing she's doing both. But yes, you're definitely going to take good care and have good money situations happening, because you're going to pay attention to it. Because right now it's blocking a little bit, so you'll be looking at things and you have to do a little Google searching for the right answers to what costs more, what costs less, balance it out. Make sure you're getting good quality product, okay? Your solution is to continue to watch your money, okay? Watch that money. Make sure it's safe. Make sure it's right. You spend it only where you need to. And if you have something old that'll work, fuck it, use that. It's important that you save the money that you can, where you can, at this time, okay? Old tools are good tools, as long as they're not broken, right? It's good. Use what you have and only replace what you have to. The Three of Wands is here, showing that you're remembering your lessons from your past. You're like, oh man, I remember how that went last time. I bought that thing and then we only used it once for a while, and now maybe I should just borrow that for a while. Oh, whoop. Yes, you could borrow things. Create a rapport with somebody who has more of what you need and will be willing to loan it to you, and then you just return it, right? A free loan from somebody would be handy at this time, and eventually you'll be able to buy your own, but you also may not need it for as long as you think. So not everybody needs to own a jackhammer, am I right? So when that happens, take good care to not purchase something you don't need forever, right? If you only need it for now, then let it be just for now, right? Excellent. Now we have the Three of Wands showing, yes, you're remembering your lessons from your past. You can borrow things, you can rent things. It'll be cheaper by far than buying the thing and owning it and having to store it. As a result of you doing this budgeting situation, you're doing some serious budgeting this week. You're pleasing this lady a lot, okay? You know how much? So much she might find something else in her budget that helps you or puts you in a position where you're going to have extra finances for this other project that's coming up. So yes, you've done a good thing. You saved her money. You'll get a little bonus in the project, and things are going to go very well, okay? This could also be an overpaid bill coming your way. You might even just find 20 bucks on the ground. Huzzah! Free money is always good money. And yes, this is money that someone will hand to you after you've done all this other work to stay in budget. I mean, you can do this at home too, where you borrow tools to take care of a project. And yeah, man, it's awesome because it will help you tremendously, okay? We want you to be helped. We want you to feel good about what's happening and take care, all right? Excellent. Very good news. Let's get you a critter, an animal card from this wonderful deck. Let us go ahead and spread them out for you. All right, Taurus, let us find you a card. Oh yeah, this is the one they want right here. Dun, 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 dun. Oop, where'd he go? Come on. All right. Whoops. Be careful. these cards suck up the other cards. So what we have here is the Kookaburra. All right. Yeah, it's an Australian deck, so they have lots of Australian critters. The Kookaburra with healing sounds. Yes, we're talking about the sound of the Kookaburra. And he's really kind of fun. He has wonderful capacity to use laughter to heal, right? So if there's ever a moment in this next week where you can lighten the mood, everything's been a little intense here, so lightening the mood, using your charms to lighten the mood, it will be very healing for the situation. We want you to feel healed in the moment. We want you to truly appreciate and love what's going on around you, okay? It feels intense, but because it is. But that's not wrong. It doesn't mean it's wrong. It means that it's good, right? And we're in that moment where if we stay here, stay now, and handle it, and keep a light heart about the situation, everything's coming out golden, right? Bam, right? Couldn't get more golden than that. So let's get you a pocket full of rocks, all right? All right, here we go. We have a gold stone, we have amethyst, and we have blue apatite. All right, so this gold stone is going to work on your second chakra today. Nice. So this one is helping you do some work on the earth plane, managing your creativity, but also manifesting your feminine energies, because it can work in your higher heart. Look at this. Very nice. Watch this. Boom and boom. These two stones can work in your higher heart. This is your feminine energy on a very tangible way, letting your higher heart messages to your masculine side of your higher heart. The feminine side is talking to your masculine side. Feminine side dreams things up. Masculine side gets things done. So you're manifesting in physical ways what your higher heart wants you to do or wants to see in the world, all right? So when you start manifesting what your higher heart wants, everything gets better, okay? Because your higher heart's quite the designer and the dreamer, and they come up with big plans, and now you have to do the work and get it done. And when you're on that track and you're bringing them together, it's very, very impressive what comes out, okay? This is amethyst for your 6th chakra, letting you know you've got the vision. The visions are coming through. This is beautiful stuff. We love to see the good visions, the higher understanding of what the big picture is as your higher heart is dreaming it up. And you're going to be on soul's purpose, okay? Very cool. I'm going to set these down right here. As per usual, you don't have to carry those stones if you don't want to, Taurus, but I really recommend them. They will be very helpful to you this week. It's a pretty intense week, not going to lie. But you are doing beautiful things. I love to see what you're doing. So if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do so. It's going to help my teeny tiny baby channel to become less teeny tiny and baby. Love that. Once again, I will also be putting my schedule in the description box, so you will be able to find me and come out and get an actual reading in person from me at a Faire. That is where I work now, and I love that and would love to see you in person. So thank you so much for being here. We will talk next week about the 8th through the 14th. Thank you.